Well, guys, it is Monday night. You know what that means. Another exciting installment of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood, joined by the mixologist himself, Mr. Chemical Julian, the one, and that guy on the bottom. That guy, Shane MF Huskey, the man known affectionately as the Wicked Crazy Pinfalls Predictions Champion.
Yes.
I'm just saying, Shane, how are you doing, man? I'm glad you survived Florida.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed the beach. I enjoyed everything over here. And I'm ready to go home and actually sit in my gaming chair, my nice, comfy gaming chair that I miss.
Man, the Gators didn't get you. The bath salt fiends didn't get you.
No.
Good.
Florida man didn't get you.
No Florida
Mothman didn't get you. You're good to
No
go.
Mothman. We were just actually watching the documentary of the Mothman a couple days ago, which was pretty funny.
So Shane, did you watch any of the movies that Julian and I? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that's a no.
Yes or no?
No.
Do you know what, Shane? I'm sick of you already. Me and Julian want to help you out and give you a little bit of life skills.
Man, I sent you a list.
A list. You didn't even check it twice.
Hey, but you know what? It's okay. I'll be home for the rest of the week, so check it out there.
You better, Shane. If you don't check it out, man, you know what we're gonna do to you?
What?
We're gonna Nia Jax you.
Wow. You're gonna try to injure me on purpose?
What?
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Allegations there, man.
Yeah, that's allegedly.
You're gonna throw me against the steps as hard as you can.
Hey! You can't be saying things like that, man. That might not be true. You don't know allegations,
You're right,
brother. Allegations.
Not everything you see on TV is true, Shane.
G4 Gents in the house. G4 Jensen, man, it's already hot in this place. Already hot up in here. Had a long day of work today, guys. That's why we started late. Things happen.
Bad Blood making that night.
And we got wrestling news in the chat.
Oh man. Wrestling news. Shout out to wrestling news. What's up, brother?
Man, the chat is popping.
Wrestling news
over here. Wrestling.
WCW wrestling.
So hey, before we jump into this Monday Night Raw, let's go ahead and do this because sponsors are like, yo, man, why the commercial breaks be so slow? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and kick this commercial break off real quick. We're gonna come back and we're gonna dig
already.
Deep.
We should start. Oh, we're
gonna dig deep into Monday Night Raw. We got 3 hours of Monday Night Raw to talk about, so let's go.
We're pulling Raw, guys. So we'll be right back.
Drive me insane! All these rules are lame. Have been taking all the fun out. Drive me insane! All these rules are lame. Have been taking all the fun out. Drive me insane! All these rules.
When you want to get your hair cut, you go get your hair cut right. You head down to Big D's Barbershop. Big D's Barbershop, Vancouver, Washington's best and brightest. 1019 Main Street, Vancouver, Washington, where you can go get your hair lined up, cuts, fades, shampoos, conditions, and all the great things that go with supporting a local barbershop in a local business area. You can also reach them online at www.bigdsbarbershop.com. Go get your haircut right.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We are back, and you know what? Wrestling news is right, man. We had 3 matches.
Should we do another commercial because that's how Raw rolls? So should we do the same?
You know what? We'll be right back. That's okay.
We'll be right back.
Maybe we can do a picture in picture.
Oh man, picture that would be great.
Hey man, look, wrestling news is right, bro. We had 3 matches in the first 2 hours. 2 hours, just
3 whole
matches.
Man,
3
if
whole
you ask for
matches.
4, you're being too greedy, you know?
Hey, but you know what? We can be happy about one thing.
Yeah.
We
didn't
had
get a Lacey
Veer.
Evans. We didn't get a Lacey Evans promo.
Veer oh, thank God.
That's
What a
right.
relief that was.
We didn't get a kiss cam. None of that shit.
No, that's on Friday, so you have to wait
That's
for
right.
that.
That is right. That is so right.
Because
Ladies
of
and gentlemen,
me.
we watch 3 hours of Raw, so you don't have to
Ooh,
every single Monday night just for your pleasure. We beat ourselves up like a
Wait.
man.
What's that wrestling news? You want us to pull a Nick Khan on you? Okay, well, let's do it.
Nick Khan?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right, so look, man. Last week's episode of Raw, Becky Lynch faced off against Asuka for a shot at the Raw Women's Championship against Bianca Belair, and of course, a pay-per-view a premium live event.
Premium
That
live
is
event.
happening in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Wrestling news. So Monday night, Becky Lynch lost. So she addressed her loss today.
But the reason why she lost is because Naomi and Sasha Banks so unprofessionally left their titles on the table
Unprofessionally slam.
of Mr. McMahon because they didn't want to be involved because this is a scripted show, ladies and gentlemen, and we give the fans what they want. They walked out in such an unprofessional manner, and we give the fans what they want.
Hey, Julian, say that line again.
That led to Becky Lynch having to fight Asuka, and now we're going to have to strip the women's tag team championship from those 2 unprofessional workers. By unprofessional workers, I mean Sasha Banks and Naomi, who are so unprofessional, and take the titles from them and hold a tag team women's tournament. I don't know with who, because we don't have enough women to have tag team.
Only 2.
But we're going to do it anyway, and we'll just find some people to do it with.
And
ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Julian is very livid about this situation with Sasha Banks.
Hold up, wait, Julian. Since when did WWE give us what we want? Huh? So when did that happen?
We've been reminded of this on every show that has been on TV since last Monday about how unprofessional Sasha Banks and Naomi are by just leaving their belts on the table in Miss McMahon's office and walking out and not giving the fans what they want, because WWE is a scripted show and we give the fans what they want.
What did they say? He said 800,000 fans were upset. Dude, even Pat McAfee looked like, what the fuck are you talking about? When your commentators don't know what the hell is going on, that is ridiculous.
Oh my God. I think we heard that shit at least 2 or 3 times tonight. I was like, son of a bitch again, really?
It was just really embarrassing, those 2. I feel sorry.
It's like I remind you about how you didn't take out the trash last week.
Yes.
But you want money for hot lunch this week, huh? Nah, but when I asked you to take out the trash, you couldn't remember to take out the trash, but you remember hot lunch on Wednesday.
I remember those days. Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Shit we talk about on
it's
Monday,
okay. I didn't need your lunch money because all the lunch food is fake as hell.
My God.
Hey, man. Hey, I gotta admit, it is pretty fucking sad that I've heard about the Sasha Banks. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. If Julian decides he wants to go and be like, fuck it, I'm done, I'm leaving, and then I leave with Julian, why is it all y'all gonna do is talk about Julian leaving? Like I'm just a fucking puppet, and I have no. We're doing pretty well, thank you. I'm just a puppet, and I have no say so in my own life. They're basically slandering the shit out of Sasha Banks, like she is like the ringleader, like the culprit, and like Naomi is just some stupid idiot who just
Naomi.
Naomi just some stupid idiot who just walked out behind her. Like, she's a grown woman too.
Yeah, Sasha. Yeah, you get him, Sasha. Yeah, we out of here, Sasha. Yeah.
No, that ain't how it went. That ain't how it went. It was like, yeah, we out of here. We out of here. It's all your fault, Sasha. Everybody's on Sasha's head. Oh, but poor Naomi. Poor Naomi. Naomi made a decision too. She grown up too. Come on, man.
What's up, Facebook user?
If I have to just go back, she might go back to the Miami Heat, wherever she was dancing for. I mean, whatever.
Whatever. If I have to hear about this,
they didn't have a care in the world when they were dancing in the club and shit. Shoot.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. Like Twitter is so fucking toxic, and it's the WWE Twitter that's the most toxic of all.
Wait. What was Hook at that club? Was he at that club as well?
Oh wow. Wow. We all know what kind of club Hook goes to, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we know what kind of club Hook goes to.
Man. I'm just saying, like, I mean, it was just, I don't know, man. I'm so sick and tired of hearing about it.
Me too.
It's almost as bad as, that girl's name who should never be mentioned on the show. You know who I'm talking about? The daughter of a four horseman. The daughter of a horseman.
Essa
Shut your mouth, boy. That name is not to ever be mentioned on the show. Ever. That's almost like that one balding guy who talks like this, brother. Brother. That guy's name will never be mentioned on the show either.
Hi.
We don't talk about racism on the show.
Okay.
So we had some exciting things. We had another countdown. This was The Miz, Cody Rhodes, who came out dressed as Homelander. Trust me and believe, did with some Homelander tights tonight. Cody's a heel.
He always wears Homelander tights.
Becky Lynch spoke about her loss and wants to become the number one contender. She's going to face Asuka tonight. The winner was the number one contender. If Becky Lynch beats Asuka, she gets added to their Hell in a Cell match, and it makes it a triple threat. We all saw that coming. But the one thing headline in my mind was Omos, the Nigerian giant. He's so big. He's just so big. Shane, he's so big.
He's so big.
And sneaky.
Very sneaky.
Massive. And apparently very sneaky.
Yes.
But Omos, the Nigerian giant who lost the steel cage match last week.
He should become a ninja.
He's like he has like predator-like powers. He can blend into the background.
Hey, he stood in a lot. He stood at ringside like he was like a doorman at a nightclub.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah, he was like a bouncer at a nightclub with his big old gold chain on because he's just so big.
He's so big.
So tonight, the Nigerian giant Omos came out with MVP after Omos lost. I'm just saying. He's so big. He's so big. Anyway, so Bobby Lashely, the Almighty, issued almighty special challenge tonight. Andrew Franklin. He issued a almighty challenge.
Hey, it's Frank.
Basically, what happened was last week's Raw, he beat the Nigerian giant Omos. So in doing so, he gets to face MVP. Now, the way it works is if MVP beats him, MVP gets to pick some shady ass stipulation for their championship match or for their match at Hell in a Cell. But what happens if Bobby Lashley wins? What does he win? He's already got Omos in the cage.
He's gonna have him in another cage, but that is
Go ahead, Julian. Go ahead.
I
like Rollins, Julian, ladies and gentlemen. I do.
We're wrestling fans. I get it. I get in the ring and I go, hey man, let's have a match. And if you win, you get to pick the stipulations for the next match. What if you win? Oh shit, I ain't got that far yet.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. What the fuck? That's like saying,
if I win,
hey,
it's just gonna be a regular match.
That's like saying, hey man, I'm gonna go work 40 hours a week, and then you just gonna have my paycheck. It's all good.
Oh really?
Thank you. What do I get out of it? Nothing. Not a cool pair of J's. Nothing.
Now the freaking $50 Taco Bell gift card.
Not like, hey, oh, and by the way, Omos isn't allowed at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
I want Cedric Alexander instead, and y'all got to stay in the back.
So not an actual stipulation that matters? Is that what you're saying?
Like if I win, it's going to be a 4 corners Caribbean strap match. I'm sorry.
Wow. Look at you, Savio Vega.
Strap match. But
Texas Bull match.
Just make too much sense. And it's like, you don't have to telegraph everything in. You don't have to just, hey, MVP, I want to match with you. Hey, I know we will follow you on social media. You do jiu-jitsu. You just had knee surgery. Half the time you walk out here with a cane, but I want to match with you anyway.
Look, man. Look.
I want to match. Hey, Freddie Blassie. I want you.
Let's hear Bobby Heenan. Told your Yamamoto ass.
Like, really? Yeah.
Really?
Look,
really?
Man, this whole show actually centered around like just random BS. It's just whole show random BS.
And it comes it has everything to do with what I put in the group chat. What's the stakes of them beating Ezekiel?
Nothing.
Oh my God! Let's not even talk about that.
If Ezekiel loses, what happens?
Nothing.
Do they get to hold him down and draw his blood and do a DNA test there on the spot? Like what's
that would be like back in the '97, but yeah.
Like what is in it for them? Haha! I beat you. Now you're Elias.
Why?
You have to grow your beard back out. Stipulation for the match.
Look, man. We all know that the WWE thinks that you're all stupid. Let's just call it what it is. Wrestling fans, you're all fucking stupid.
Like
that's what WWE wants you to believe.
It's like out of the blue when you have a luchador, when there's one luchador in the match,
the conquistador,
and you say, if you lose, you got to take your mask off. Oh shit! I wonder what's going to happen.
There it is. But
if the other guy wins, what happens? He has another mask on underneath. He got me.
There was literally proof.
Gotcha.
There was literally proof tonight of WWE that you're stupid because the Miz said, "Oh, Cody Rhodes left." He didn't left WWE. Like the hell? He got released by them.
Once again, fans are stupid. That's what they want you to believe. The fans are stupid. We have no idea what's going on in professional wrestling. We're dumb. That's exactly what they want you to believe, ladies and gentlemen.
Because according to them, they're the only promotional wrestling organization that's out there.
But you know what, though? You know what I blame? I blame the fact that they have 3 hours and they say, okay, we have to fill these 3 hours with all kind of shit. And when they just start filling it with anything, they forget, like, I don't know, minor details that matter. Like, hey, don't leave the house with your pants on. Oh, fuck, I forgot my pants. Don't forget to put gas in the car. Oh, shit, I gotta go get gas.
Oh, shit, gas is empty.
You've been there, done that.
Hey, we're having a Hell in a Cell match. Oh, fuck, where's the cage at? I forgot the cage.
Oh, it's going to be a regular steel cage.
Okay, now that would be really stupid. That would be really fucking stupid. And I can honestly see them I can see that happening. Like, that's how dumb they think we are. Like, oh, we're having a Hell in a Cell cage, a Hell in a Cell match, but we have no cage.
They'd be like, well, we got the guy who lowers the cage.
Do you know what they'll do?
Big enough for the cage. We got the wrestlers here to
they'll hype the match. They'll hype the match for like fucking all the way up to the minute the cage is supposed to come down. Oh, we forgot the cage, everybody. Sorry.
And then they're going to go into a 40-minute commercial break and then set up the cage ceiling.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
No, they'd have the GM come out and go, I've decided this match is not going to be in a cage tonight. Like, well, we can tell because there's no cage above the ring.
We're gonna have a tag team match instead, player.
And then after that, going to go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
They go one-on-one with the Undertaker.
Teddy, stop it! I'm retired.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's get serious.
So here we go. So let's talk about the first match that we start off with. The first match is
wait. How the show opened. Raw opened with Riddle. Riddle giving a promo saying Randy Orton is having a hard time physically the past couple of years. So basically you're saying Randy is fucking old. He's like, especially with his back.
Randy couldn't barely walk. What the fuck are you talking about?
He was walking last week.
This motherfucker ain't the Undertaker.
It's basically WWE's way of saying Randy's going to take some time off, but Riddle vowed vengeance against Roman Reigns and the Usos, so he gets the lamest arcade bro chant going.
Okay,
Show
hold
goes
on,
to break.
hold on.
Piping
Before we go any further, did I hear Riddle correctly? Did Riddle say that when they first started doing the arcade bro thing, that Randy could barely walk?
Yes.
Okay, so he's saying that he teamed up with a dude who could barely walk. Hey, Vince put me with the guy who could barely walk, but he got better, and now he can walk, and now he's injured again. What?
What have I been telling you guys for weeks?
All these WWE 24/7s we've seen, we ain't seen Randy walk with a fucking limp.
Or
wait, but I want you to listen to this. I want you guys to listen because I've been saying this and I've been preaching this for weeks. Riddle is a goddamn heel.
You don't say.
Riddle is turning on Randy, and I've been saying this. You guys are, no, Riddle's not a heel. Riddle is a freaking heel, man. Riddle came out here and he put himself over as being the guy who did all the work in the match because basically he was carrying Randy because Randy has a bad back and Randy can barely walk. So that's telling me Riddle has been saying he's carrying the team.
No, because now Riddle's going to say, I give Randy some CBD and it got him better and now he can wrestle. And now they're going to make Randy be an addict like Hawk and jumping off the Titantron.
Oh God, rest in peace, Hawk. Don't do that, please. So we come back. We come back from break. We come back from a break, and we have a sick.
By the way, those are words of Julian and Julian's alone.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a trios match. It's a 6-man tag team match. We have the Usos, along with the newest member of the Bloodline, Mr. C.O.Conspiracy himself, Sami Zayn.
The friend of the channel, Mr.
Okay, so listen, ladies and gentlemen, Sami Zayn really isn't a member of the Bloodline, but he's wearing a T-shirt.
No, he
teams with the Bloodline tonight against Riddle, who's wearing a bunch of tape around his ribs. So obviously, they're gonna go after the tape, and Dawkins and Julian, stop it.
Jesus Christ. It's funny. We have had this conversation over and over again. And it's not just WWE, it's AEW, because it did on AEW too. A motherfucker will come out taped up from his pelvis to his nipples.
Like, seriously.
And be like, I'm ready to go. No, you're not.
You can
I just hope they don't attack my ribs.
And then the commentators, they're like, oh no, I hope they don't realize he has bad ribs. He's got a fucking cast around his waist. Of course they know. So you got the
why was Sami so ridiculously taped up? It's like he just like
you got the Street Profits taking on Sami Zayn in the Bloodline. And quite honestly, man, we went to another commercial break.
Oh, you want to go to another commercial break? Well, we can do that right now.
We went to another commercial break. The Usos finally got the upper hand. They beat Riddle's ass. And then Riddle just snapped and went crazy, start RKOing people and just, Dawkins and fucking Montez. They just it was a cluster of a 6-man, but the Usos were like, "Yo, bye."
Oh, poor
and left Sami to take the pin. So that tells me two things. One, Sami ain't in the goddamn Bloodline.
Oh,
the conspiracy continues. And two, they only put Sami in that match because the Usos weren't taking the pinfall loss. But hey, here's my question though. Here's my question. The Usos are now the unified world tag team champions.
Yep.
Raw and SmackDown.
Yep.
Roman Reigns is now the unified Raw and Universal champion. So he's like unified. He's the Universal World Champion, basically, which makes no fucking sense because he's a Universal World Champion. I digress. So why wasn't Roman Reigns in the 6-man tag team match tonight?
Because Fox
didn't Riddle nail him with a big knee to the face?
Yeah.
No, better yet, why isn't Roman Reigns on Raw defending his championship against somebody?
Because you know why? Because Fox want Roman, and Roman.
Well, why give the belt to fucking Roman then? Give it.
But
to
you know what?
else.
Yeah, because now that the Usos are unified tag team champions, essentially you got to be working double duty.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also, Roman is working a lighter schedule now.
You got to defend your tag team belts on Raw and SmackDown.
You got to be the ones.
And also, it is technically rumored that Roman Reigns has a lighter schedule now to not be working.
Okay, so Roman Reigns
shows.
So the rumor is, it's not so much a rumor because I think Sean Ross Sapp on Fightful. I think I'm not.
Daddy Sean.
This. Wow. Wow. It is 4 minutes until 9 o'clock. Shane, calm down. I'm not confirming nor denying these rumors, but I will say that Roman signed a new contract. Apparently, this is just what I've read. Roman signed a contract, but his contract says that he's not wrestling house shows. He's cutting back on the house shows. So this was a television taping. Why the hell weren't you at a TV taping, champ?
Correct.
Because he's Roman Reigns. He doesn't give a fuck.
I'm just saying, like, okay, so part of me is okay with it, and part of me is not okay with it. The part of me that's okay with it goes back to the days when that guy who wore the yellow trunks, the red knee pads, his name should not be named on here,
brother,
before he was dropping N-bombs everywhere, he wouldn't be on Wrestling Challenge. He wouldn't be on Monday Night Raw. He would defend the championship on like Saturday night's main event or at a pay-per-view, but you would never see the champion. The championship was elusive.
He would do segments.
Yeah, he would do segments, but he wouldn't defend the title on set, But here they announced tonight another fucking Saudi show.
Yep.
So Saudi Mania 3 or 4 or whatever it is this time.
I think it's
November.
It's going to be in November. But they also talked about Hell in a Cell, which is 2 weeks away. That Roman still has no challenger for the title, no match. Right. Hell in a Cell, literally, ladies and gentlemen, is next week. And there's no world championship match. Nothing.
Right.
So after we get the 6-man tag team match, we get a promo segment in the ring with Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and Edge doing their Judgment Day gimmick, offering a opening. What made it so funny was they were like, "We got a spot, not any spot, not a dog name spot, but your spot. Yeah, that was the Forrest Moore from the other day you were talking about. I'm gonna offer you my spot, not any spot, not a dog name spot, not spots, but my spot. So Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley, and AJ and versus AJ Styles and Liv Morgan, the club. In a mixed tag team match, which you don't see too much on Raw, unless it involves the 24/7 shenanigans. This match actually was pretty good.
I saw a couple spots that I really did like.
I mean, they've been doing these matches on the house show circuit, 6-man matches for.
So they've been practicing this match a lot. So yeah.
So yeah, it's been a pretty good match. Hey, like I gotta say this, man. We all talk about Wish.com House of Black right here, but these guys aren't the Wish.com House of Black. I think they're the Amazon.com House of Black because the promo segment was really good. You know, Edge is turning up the heat as a heel.
Yeah.
The way he insults the crowd, I can't wait to come back to California July 9th so I can do the same thing. I'm going to make little kids cry. I'm going to make parents cry.
Are you going to tell the mother of the kid to make her son watch and why she smiles?
Yes.
Make him watch and smile.
The guy that I beat up, I'm going to take him out right in front of the kid. I'm going to say, you open your eyes and watch me punch this kid in the face.
And you mother of the child, make him watch.
You love it. That's right. Mother of the child, you hold his eyes open. Yep.
Yeah. So I like the spot where Edge put Rhea Ripley's leg back on the rope.
Yes. I also like the spot where Liv went to do her finisher, the Oblivion, and Edge grabbed Rhea Ripley so she couldn't take the bump.
Nope.
Yeah.
That was classic. But here's the thing that stood out to me in this whole thing. Edge came out and said there's one or two, maybe 3 spots left in our group. And he mentioned guys like Tommaso Ciampa,
Corey
which he
Graves.
called, which he said Tommaso Ciampa. He didn't say Ciampa. He said Tommaso Ciampa, which made me happy. But then he said Liv Morgan, Finn Balor,
Alexa Bliss,
Corey Graves,
and Corey Graves. But what popped me the most was that he said Finn Balor.
Yeah.
And then they progressed. They beat the piss out of AJ Styles tonight. And no Finn Balor.
Correct.
So are they sowing the seeds? I mean, we've already seen a Bullet Club.
Till the soil, baby. Till that soil.
First it was G.O.D. Now is it going to be AJ Styles?
Shoot, hey, something's got to happen, man. Something's got to happen.
Or reverse.
I really like the fact that AJ Styles picked up Liv Morgan and threw her at Rhea Ripley for the Rana spot. That was really good. But Rhea catching Liv Morgan in midair, dude.
Yeah.
And then, caught her, and then Liv Morgan went to do a roll up, and she stopped the roll up, put her back up in the suplex, and then Liv went over her. She turned around right back up into the suplex, dude. They're making Rhea Ripley a monster, and it's cool that they're doing that, but they need to put her on a run. Yeah, they need to put her on a run and let her destroy other people.
Yep.
So, but then we go to another commercial. We'll go to another commercial. So that's like
how many
commercials already?
Commercials do they have total?
They had a lot. I counted 17.
So when Judgment Day was in the ring, they had a long commercial.
Yeah.
It took them a while to get in there for them to get back to much to say.
There was a lot of stuff to unpack during this whole segment, like this whole thing. I mean, what is not nice? Sorry, I'm reading a message that said that's not nice. Okay. Anyway, so there are a lot of things to unpack in this segment. Like I said. The one thing that really bothered me the most was that the fact that it did take so long. Like you send us to all these commercial breaks.
Yeah.
And then you go and you put a promo segment together that lasts 8 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you put a match together that lasts 5 minutes. Yep. So that's 13 minutes of my life that I've wasted on this whole segment, which made no sense because did they progress anything for the pay-per-view? Or I'm sorry, the premium live event? No, it didn't. But let me go to something that really wasted my time. Jerry the King Lawler.
Jesus H. Christ.
The King's Court. Okay, so look,
people were booing the hell out of Jerry the King Lawler.
We have Miz TV. We have some other crap that they have. We have
VIP room.
VIP lounge. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have the. I don't know, but you bring Jerry Lawler out.
Yeah,
Jerry Lawler gets in the ring, and then you bring Veer Mahaan. So Veer Mahaan's in the ring, and Veer should not talk.
I mean, they did fine.
They need Malcolm Bivens for Veer. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you why Veer shouldn't talk.
Because he doesn't need to have an angry beard in the ring.
Yeah.
Dude, you know how much I just detest Jerry Lawler. He used to be that guy you had to fight in order to be in a program. They had freaking Bret Hart kissing his feet. Everybody had to fight. You would fight Jerry Lawler, and then you fought Kane.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, and Jerry would always be an announcer. And Jerry would, somebody would be a heel or whatever, and be doing their thing in the ring. And then Jerry would be like, hey, you can't say that. Who do you think you are? And I'd be like, oh, Jesus, here we go. And then you have a program with Jerry, and it's like, oh, I don't want to see this. And this was before his like 6 or 7 heart attacks, whatever. Yeah. Jerry's not funny. Nobody cares. This is not Memphis. Why is he here?
And like I said, people were booing the shit out of him.
Yeah, people were booing the segment.
Cracking jokes,
And the jokes were horrible.
At least he was talking about puppies. He's no madcap. I'm gonna give you that. He's no madcap.
Oh my god, he is not a madcap.
Jokes are better than Jerry Lawler's.
But he has no puppies to yabber on about. Not that I'm gonna do that anymore. But it's like, and he didn't get destroyed. So if he's not gonna get destroyed, why is he in the ring?
They botched so much in this promo. the first time Veer slapped the mic out of Jerry's hand,
Yeah.
I don't think Jerry was supposed to let go of the mic. I think Veer was going to snatch it from him.
Correct.
And Jerry just dropped the mic, was like, okay. Right? And then he's like, okay, so my jokes are bad. My jokes are bad. Okay, so you know what Dominic Mysterio said about you? Like, it's like you're in elementary school. Hey Shane, you know what Julian said about you?
What did he say?
He said you're wearing a blue shirt. Oh God, he hates blue shirt. Hey
It
Julian, you know what
doesn't work
Shane
on
said?
Dynamite, it doesn't work on Raw.
Exactly. It was so. This was so horrible. This was another 10 minutes. 10 minutes of my life I wasted watching this segment.
And you know why we watch it? Because of you people.
And then, wow, Shane just
Hey,
you
no,
people.
in Kingston, Brian Danielson used to say that you were just mediocre, and I heard him say,
Yeah, I was not happy with that either. But I would give that segment a straight up F.
I heard Babylon said he was
and Ray,
undefeated in predictions warfare.
Dominic and Ray came down, and they handled a little bit of business. But there was a point where Veer picked up Ray and tossed him in the ring.
Can we move on from this?
How can you? I can bench press Ray into the ring.
I'm just saying he tried to throw Ray in the ring and missed the top rope,
and then tried to shove him back in.
Yes, I was like
when you try to shove, like when you have folded clothes and you like try to shove in the drawer closes, and you get stuck, so you just like shove it back in. Yep. That's what he tried to do.
Yeah, it was bad.
I was like, dude, how can you not bench press Rey Mysterio Jr. over the top rope? I thought they had contests like that, like every day, just cause.
I mean,
hey, Ray,
he ain't no Kevin Nash, and there was no movie trailers.
Lawn dart contest. Oh.
Hey,
I gotta say, man, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, man. He just lawned out a Rey Mysterio into that.
So does Ray just go in the backstage and be like, "Hey, I bet you can't bench press me. Want to make a bet?
Want to make a bet?"
I mean, and in the way he tried to put him back in the ring was horrible.
Yeah, it was. And Veer didn't want a bump. Like, he did not want a bump. I'm like,
yeah.
I waited 16, 17, 18. No, I waited
almost
23 weeks.
Yeah.
For Veer to come. And he came. He saw, and he didn't do anything. Thank you for wasting my time, Vince.
I mean, he took a couple drop kicks. He took a half-ass 619, and just like did the big man like fall back, like, oh, I can't fall down.
He's not a big man. He's not a big man.
He's really not a big man.
Look, I'm 6 foot. I'm 235 pounds. Veer is like 5'10", maybe 240 pounds. So he's about 5 pounds heavier than I am. I am not a big man. I'm not a little man, but I'm not a big man. So with that being said, if Rey Mysterio drop kicked me, I would shrug it off. But we all know the whole gimmick. Big guy gets one bump, gets two bumps. So on the third one, he bumps real big for the small guy.
Correct.
You know, wrestling tropes. Can't live with them. Can't live without them. But the best part about this whole thing was it was over, and I got to see Alexa Bliss.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss was backstage, and I was like, "Isn't she cute?" Holding the ugliest doll ever.
Yep. Still holding that doll.
And she says, her segments are really good. Like, I love
really,
her segment because she plays her part.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah. She was like, I get to, she goes, last time I was here, me and Nikki ASH, we were friends. But, you know, we broke up and it happens. And now she's running around just like she goes, here I am. I'm happy to be back. I have my doll here and I'm happy. And then she's like, and Nikki ASH is running around just like a superhero. Well, who would have thought that I'd be saying something like that? But okay, you know.
I like the sarcasticness in
funny
her voice.
tone. Yeah, the way her voice is, it was so cute. And then she was like, well, you know, I'm really sad about Sonya Deville.
Yeah.
You know, she got fired from her job, and then she lost to me in my comeback match, and then she lost to me again. You know, so I was expecting maybe Sonya Deville to come and attack her or something because they were leaning into that a lot. But then she's like, I get to go face Nikki ASH. I'll see you later. And she just walks off.
Bye.
I was like, okay. That was a good segment, but there was no payoff really.
Correct.
But the match was pretty good. I didn't see too many botches, but I will tell you when she went to go shake Nikki's hand and Nikki punched her and she slapped the shit out of her. I was like, wow, that right there. I don't know if that was like a work spot or if that was just like, hey, welcome back. But yeah, she slapped the shit out of Nikki.
Also, she is currently undefeated.
Now, Alexa Bliss is what, 3-0?
3-0.
3-0. But they hyped up the fact that Alexa Bliss was like a former tag team partner and former tag team champion with
they acknowledge that fact, but don't acknowledge the fact of anything freaking else.
Well, yeah, that's how it is. So honestly, man, if I had to rate this match, the goddess hit Twisted Bliss from the top rope.
Which was weak.
Dude, why have Doudrop there and she not even be a factor in the match?
She did nothing. She did absolutely nothing.
Why have her there?
Because
except getting mad at Nikki ASH for losing.
I think that's the gimmick.
Her superhero gimmick is coming to an end.
I hope so.
Dude, when she attacked Molly Holly, I was like, oh God, please let them feud. That would have been so great. Superhero versus supervillain. Let them
WrestleMania.
Feud. That would have been, dude, that would have been great. And they just dropped the ball. Totally dropped the ball.
They did nothing with
They
it.
had several stories at the Royal Rumble to do something. Fuck.
Yeah, it was just bad. But yeah, so most notable moments about that is the match was pretty good. The one thing I didn't like, and we talked about this earlier, Corey Graves for burying Sasha and Naomi.
Yep.
Like, okay, Corey Graves is gonna get heat on Twitter. And ladies and gentlemen,
he already did from his wife.
Oh no, he got heat by a lot of people. But I'm gonna tell you, ladies and gentlemen, no, she defended him on Twitter. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna say this. If Julian says something on this show, you can add him on Twitter because guess what? Those are Julian's comments and his alone. If I say something on this show, they're my comments and mine alone. They don't reflect their advice.net or the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. They're all me. Same with Shane.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were in Shane's ear, yelling at him, say something derogatory about women, say something derogatory about this, shit on somebody, do it. Don't get mad at Shane for doing his job.
Right.
Because Vince McMahon is sitting in his ear yelling, say this about Sasha, say this about Naomi, say this about Sasha, put the tag team titles up for
I don't know if you heard in Corey Graves' voice. He was really sad that it sounded like he was very upset that he had to say that over and over.
He plays a very good asshole on TV.
Yeah.
But he's probably a really nice guy. I mean, he did cheat on his wife, but he probably is a really nice guy. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't like the fact, and a lot of people have quit jobs in WWE.
Correct.
Most notably, Renee Paquette.
Yep.
Tony Storm.
Vince McMahon yelled at her over something because she made a mistake on something. I think she was like, championship title instead of championship belt or championship belt.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, you're stupid. You stupid idiot. And she was just like, wow, you ruined the whole goddamn segment. I'm like, wow. All she said was championship belt.
Because that's what it is. It's a championship belt.
How did that ruin a whole segment? Like, but when you got someone so irritable and agitated yelling in your ear, making you say things, like, I always say this at work all the time too. Hey man, I don't write the news. I just report it.
Correct.
So with that being said, we finally get so we finally get the Miz versus Cody Rhodes. But I gotta say this about the Miz. His promo on Cody was funny. He said, look, we're not talking about me, talking about the next season of Miz and Mrs. that airs that's gonna debut next week on the USA Network. Right? Putting over his show, which is, me being a Dancing with the Stars and all this other stuff like that, putting over his show, right? But he goes, but Cody Rhodes is an egomaniac. I mean, the guy's got more pyro than the 4th of July. I was like,
yep, sure is.
Facts. Cody got more pyro than the 4th of July.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. But next week, Cody faces Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell match, and we all know
about time.
That's where that's where Seth Rollins destroys careers. I mean, he destroyed Sting.
This is where Seth Rollins has to go over against Cody.
I hope so. I mean, he destroyed Bray Wyatt. He destroyed Sting. He put Becky on the shelf for 9 months. I mean, he's a stiff worker. I mean, he's real stiff. He was real stiff with Becky. I tell you that.
I have a feeling that Cody's going to go over again because of the big amount of push he's getting right now.
But why? Why would you do that? Like, this is the moment you put Seth over. Cody's already up 2-0.
I chose Seth last time.
I mean, it's like the Western Conference Finals. Right now, the Golden State Warriors are up 3-0.
Yep.
Dude, Dallas, win a fucking game. Like, come on, win a fucking game. Make it interesting.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is. WWE is not like AEW where on any given night someone else can win.
Facts.
Something like that. But Cody Rhodes controlled the first couple of minutes of this match. But, you know,
it's so predictable.
The A-lister, you know, put Cody in his place. As a professional wrestler, I don't do this. But whenever I put someone in the figure four, I don't scream boo. I don't do any of that.
Come on.
Have you, Shane, you've seen dozens and dozens and dozens of my matches. Have you ever seen me go woo to put a figure four on?
No.
I don't scream like Sting when I do a scorpion deathlock. I don't do none of that shit. I don't pound my chest when I'm doing the warrior.
I've seen a lot of bad blood matches where he has not went.
I don't do the you can't see me. You know, the 5-knuckle shuffle.
You want to know how many freaking times I've seen the freaking drive by in the RKO? So many times.
Done by the son of a plumber.
I mean, you know, son of a corner probably, but so Dusty Rhodes was referenced in this. And what people don't realize is that Dusty Rhodes had such a huge influence on FCW, which later became NXT. Yep. Huge influence on Seth Rollins. As a matter of fact, he presented Seth Rollins the very first NXT championship belt.
Man, I wish it would put FCW on the freaking Peacock. Shoot.
Dusty Rhodes has built a legacy in professional wrestling. Not only as a former NWO, I mean, I'm a Dusty Rhodes product. I grew up watching Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, Magnum TA, the Road Warriors, the Four Horsemen, the real Four Horsemen, not those Paul Roma and fucking all that other bullshit. Steve Mongo, McMichael. No, the real Horsemen.
A lot of my family members said when they were watching wrestling as a kid, their favorites were Dusty Rhodes and everything, just because he was just that damn good.
Well, yeah, and you know, and Dusty, ladies and gentlemen, the wrestlers these days are pretty boys. They're all big and buff and chiseled, and you know, we had Lex Luger back then. Dusty was an overweight guy who was just the everyday average fucking Joe.
Yep.
And he was one of the baddest dudes in professional wrestling. Shout out to Dusty Rhodes, Americana, the American Dream, if you will.
The American Dream, daddy.
Dusty Rhodes has some of the best promos. I mean, the man was. Whew. Dusty Rhodes can tell a story, and that's where Cody gets it from. Cody is a great storyteller. He is a great storyteller.
He really is.
He tells a story that makes you remember why you're watching this match in the first place.
Yep.
Why you want to buy a ticket to come and watch it, and why you want to see either the American Dream beat somebody's ass or get revenge for getting his ass beat.
That's right. Now, two things about this match. One was the figure four leg lock. I hate that. The second was the disqualification with Seth coming out. We all knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
So
Wario.
his drip wasn't too drippy tonight. So I mean,
thank God he wasn't wearing Becky's leftover shirt.
Yeah, exactly. But as the heel in me enjoyed this match. The reason why I enjoyed this match so much, and I'm going to get a little heat for this in the chat. Seth Rollins walked over and snatched the belt that Cody gave that little boy from the kid, and whipped Cody's ass with the weight belt.
Yep.
And Cody being the white.
What happened to don't be a bully and be a star?
Be a star. You know what I mean?
Nah, that's not anymore.
Yeah, but he walked over to that kid and he goes, "Give me the belt, kid," and he snatches it from the kid.
This is twice, and not even less than a week. They make kids cry.
Right? And then he whoops Cody with the belt in front of the kid, which makes it was even funnier to me. whooped his ass in front of the kid with the belt, right? Threw the belt on the ground and walked away. Cody was telling the referee, back up, get away, get away. I got to get up on my own. Cody gets up, rolls out of the ring, limping, grabs the belt. And people didn't, I don't know if people realize it or not, but as he was limping and holding on to the barricade, he slid the belt back to the kid like, yo, here you go, kid. And then he told him, help me, please.
No, I honestly forgot that he forgot that he handed the belt to the kid.
He legitimately handed the belt to the little boy.
I was like, wow.
Cody is the supreme white meat baby face, which is why he is a heel.
He's a face.
He is a heel. Yeah. Cody's a heel.
No, he's not. That's an AEW.
You watch. I'm gonna tell you why Cody's a heel. Cody is building these people up. He's like, Shane, you are a great predictions champion. Julian, your predictions are over. They're fucking amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You guys are like the top of the top. You guys are so great. You guys are so great.
Oh, I already knew
jealous
that.
of yourself.
I already knew
I
that.
didn't see my way.
But you know what? Let me tell you something. You guys are great.
Yeah.
But I'm better than you, and you know it. Like, that's the shit Cody is doing right now. People don't see it. As a heel, I see the build.
Hey, you know what?
Cody's going to be like,
you will know Cody's a heel when his wife comes out and starts setting shit on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. What she's going to do is set the cage on fire with a whole bunch of lighter fluid. The Hell in the Cell is on fire.
Cody's going to come. When Cody loses his first match, you're going to see the heel.
Here come Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy. Oh, my God. Brandy can throw out the ring. All hell going to break loose. It's going to be a severe you people. And it's going to be some racial, just derogatory shit spit out of her mouth.
But when someone cuts a promo on her,
she's going to walk up to Nick Khan and go, you bitch. And it's going to be a war.
He said, you people.
You people.
But, hey, and then someone's going to cut a promo on Brandy, and then Brandy's going to be like, you know, Cody, I think we should go back to AEW. What do you say?
It's going to be Riddle. He's going to be like, hey, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy. You want a shot of Brandy? She's going to be like, oh, you people. What about you people?
What about it?
I give the whole match a C+. The match was good. The shenanigans were okay, but it was too predictable.
Yeah.
So we go backstage. Rollins is giving an interview. Pretty angry. He's like, the WWE he's like, I can't believe the WWE gave Cody a goddamn countdown clock. I will say this. The last couple of weeks, whenever Cody is out to the ring, Cody is the biggest draw in the WWE right now, other than Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Because the Nielsen ratings, or whatever you want to call them, the fast, whatever they call them, those ratings, they jump.
Ratings, yeah.
They jump when Cody's out there. That's why it's smart. Remember, WCW used to do this at the top of the hour. We'll have Ric Flair versus Sting, or at the top of the hour we'll have Lex Luger versus Arn Anderson. Or
on our top of the hour, we feed the ducks, but they have Cody Rhodes
coming your way.
Yo, we do feed the ducks at the end of the show. But you know what? They can put Cody out there all they want, but they ain't got no sexy voice talking about feeding ducks. Now, do they?
Especially when someone compliments you on your sexy ass voice.
Hey, I love when women say I have a sexy voice because it's whatever.
Not only the women, but the men.
When a dude says, "Damn, bro, you got a sexy voice," I'm like, what? What? Yeah, man. What's your Facebook? What's your Snapchat? Stop.
Security number.
Acknowledge me. Anyway, Cody put the bow and arrow, man, which is a very underrated submission hold.
Yeah,
very underrated. Cody wrestled, man. His springboard cutter is pretty decent.
I like when he does
arrow. But the bow and arrow was crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, wow.
Doesn't get used a
It's
lot.
crazy. Yeah, it doesn't get used a lot. That's what I'm saying.
It's one of the most
So then
underrated moves out there.
we go from a great match to a not so great match. And I'm going to say this for the very first time on the show. I'm you know, you can at me on Twitter if you want. At me at Bad Blood Brand. At me on Twitter if you want. I don't give a shit. At me on Twitter. But this right here made me sad.
Made me
like
sad
I cried
too.
a little bit because this is the first match I've ever seen Chad Gable have that he couldn't make his opponent look good.
There was absolutely nothing here. So watching this match is what made me ask the question, what are the stakes? I mean, why is this happening? Like, literally, why is Chad Gable wrestling Ezekiel? Like, this match, Chad Gable wins. Okay, now what? This match does nothing for Chad Gable. I get this is a match. I mean, this is an issue between Ezekiel and Kevin Owens.
Which this match kind of further the storyline by him challenging him to a match next week.
No, and Hell in the Cell thing said, yeah.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, that's next week. That's next. Yeah, it didn't. But you know, Chad Gable and Otis are his are lackeys of Ezekiel or of Kevin Owens.
Okay,
which is right in my mind stupid too.
You could have had Kevin Owens walk up to Ezekiel and be like, "Hey, I'm tired of this crap. Me and you, Hell in a Cell. We're going to sell this once and for all." Okay, see you at Hell in a Cell. American Alpha jumps him in the back. I mean, the whole reason why you have your lackeys wrestle your opponent is so you can weaken them for your match. A week out. I mean, you're giving them like 6 days.
Or they attack Ezekiel backstage, and then he can't come out.
That's what I'm saying. Show Ezekiel getting attacked backstage, maybe on SmackDown.
Okay, so there are two reasons why that didn't happen. One, because the WWE doesn't think that far in advance, and two, because that would make sense.
What?
Remember,
making sense, please.
This company is in the business of not making sense. What do we say this company is, Julian? What is this company?
But I mean, this falls in line with Jericho Appreciation Society challenging Blackpool Combat Club 2 weeks ahead of Double or Nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all could save this for next week. I mean, really.
Julian, what is this show?
It's a show about wrestling that happens to involve these guys who happen to be wrestlers.
So it's a show about wrestling.
Yes.
Yes.
So you're saying that these guys are just actors in this weak ass telenovela about wrestling. Because
it's a wink. You know what it is?
It's a wink and a nod.
It's a wink and nod version of Lucha Underground or Lucha.
Okay.
Lucha Underground.
So Lucha Underground was like, "Hey guys, this is a TV show. It's a telenovela. It's a wrestling telenovela, and the backstage segments really push forward what happens in the ring."
Mm-hmm.
But WWE goes, we're like that, but
man, Gift of the Gods. Man,
we got stuff that happens in the ring too. Yeah, it's not. It's not. I mean, wrestling has always been.
Lucha Underground did that freaking fantastically when it's just a TV show about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so when wrestling didn't have TV audiences, you had to have in-ring segments to push storylines, but you could kind of do the same thing over and over and polish it because you were in different towns every night. Then when you got to TV, you could do the same thing over and over, untelevised in different towns until you got it shined up and done correctly, and then you put it on TV. Now they just keep putting it on TV, no matter how it looks. And with 3 hours, it's like, oh, fuck, we got 3 hours of airtime to fill. Just go do something. Well, then go hire some more people so you can do some more different shit.
But here's the thing. It's like, okay, so there's a wrestling company here in Portland, Oregon. I'm not going to say the name because I don't really need to say the name. But they have a guy who I saw a flyer for said company. And this flyer had the same guy in 3 different outfits on the flyer. And this guy wore 2 different masks and then asked himself on the flyer. So there's 7 people on the flyer. And of the 7 people, he's 3.
Was he supposed to be 3 different people?
Yes, 3 different people. It's the same person, right?
I was wondering about that flyer.
Like Ezekiel and Elias.
You know what I'm talking about then, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But these 3 people have a wrestle in 3 like 3 matches back to back, and they do the same spots. They wear the same gimmick. They just change the mask.
So what you're saying is, out of a card that has 7 matches,
they're in 3 matches.
Jack, Mick Foley,
Do Love and Mankind.
Do Love and Mankind.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the WWE is doing the same thing. They're like, hey, we're gonna have a women's tag team title tournament with 7 women. They're just gonna interchange each other. Like they're gonna wrestle a match. The match is gonna be over. Then another girl's gonna come out, and the girl that just lost the match is gonna team with the new girl that just came out, and the girl and you're just gonna have another match again. Then they're gonna swap partners again and have the same match again. That's the shit that I'm talking about.
Now hold on. Now
this is why this TV show sucks.
Quite honestly, that could work if you had somebody who wanted to enter the tournament, but nobody would team with her. But then someone who lost was like, man, tell you what, forget it, I'll be your partner. And then those would be the 2 who like end up going through the brackets.
Okay, but here's the thing.
I know that might be too much.
That you just thought way too much about a storyline. The WWE has writers,
celebrity writers,
people who make a living writing stories. Just so an old man can be like, nah, pal, we're not having that shit. 2 minutes before the show goes on. Let's bury our talent. Let's just fucking
I have the
run roughshod over here with our 17 people on our roster. Yeah.
Okay, so as ridiculous, you know what? Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to fuck up TV right now. All right, here we go.
Oh, let's go.
So during the women's tag team tournament, we're gonna have like, let's say Alexa Bliss is gonna be part of a tag team, and then there's gonna be another tag team who's gonna be, I don't know, let's say Liv Morgan, and then Liv Morgan is suddenly gonna have this tag team partner who's a female luchador who clearly looks like Alexa Bliss in a mask. And so they're going through the brackets. Guess who ends up in the finals?
Alexa Bliss and the luchador.
Liv Morgan and her masked partner versus Alexa Bliss and the other person. Oh, so what do? And so you have Alexa Bliss keep on going under the ring and like the other partner coming out.
Yeah.
And it is hilarity.
Oh, so you can have.
You mean like the Killer Bees?
It'd be like Twin Magic, but there's only one of them.
Yeah, Twin Magic. Yeah, like the Killer Bees used to do back in the day. B. Brian Blair would get bumped up to the floor. Jim Brunzell put a mask on. He'd get in the ring, and the referee would be like, "Oh, okay, let him go." Then Jim Brunzell would get bumped, and B. Brian Blair would put a mask on. Yeah.
Or better yet, if you had a female wrestler who, if you could keep a lid on it, that she had a twin sister, and everyone's like, clearly that's so and so in a mask. And then, like, you know, during the match, she's going under the ring and coming out and coming back. And everyone's like, come on, this is stupid. And then all of a sudden, boom, they're both out of the ring at the same time. And people be like, what?
The Renegade Sisters in AEW, they can do that with them.
Yeah, exactly. They can really do that.
Yeah. But you got to have
someone. We tried that at AEW too.
But you got to have someone who, you got to keep a lid on it. Like
the Bella Twins used to do that until somebody got a job.
I hate the Bella Twins.
Yeah, well. You can look, but you can't touch.
Like literally, when one of the Bella Twins came back after the plastic surgery they did, we literally knew who it was when they came back out of the ring. Like, come on now, it doesn't fool us anymore.
But the best parts of this whole thing was Kevin Owens screaming at Byron Saxton during commentary.
I'm not doing commentary.
You're a liar. You believe this liar. You know, it'd be funny though, and if they were smart. They would find someone who looks like Elias.
Yes.
Dude, have him come back as Elias at ringside for Ezekiel at ringside with Elias, bro. That would be
The thing is, because Elias had that big ass beard,
you can put any random dude that big.
You know what? If Veer wasn't tattooed the way he is,
put him in a jacket.
You with enough tweaking, you probably could have gotten Veer to look a little bit like Elias.
Veer finally came, and he's Elias' twin brother.
It would have got real racist on Twitter. I mean, you could have, but you could have done something there.
It would have got real racist.
Like really not funny, but I mean, yeah, you could have done something there.
Well, then we have a match that I really wasn't too excited about. MVP versus Bobby Lashley.
Bobby, if you freak me nasty.
Wow. Hey, I got a little tidbit for you. Remember Bobby Lashley and his sisters?
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't one of them Max Caster?
One of them was Max Caster.
Yeah.
But the other one,
the
other one was the guy that we did an interview with the other day, Victor Andrews.
Oh.
Barbecue joint.
The man that didn't have a barbecue joint, but said he had a barbecue joint.
Julian was so mad when I told him, he's like, "Are you fucking serious?" Julian was like, "Man, I was trying to go get that barbecue."
They kayfabe and everything. What the fuck?
Right? Straight up, hiding all facts.
Damn, of course they will lie about it. They lie about everything. Shit.
Welcome to the WWE, man. Just welcome. Look, so the match was it was meh. Give it a C. I just feel bad for Chad Gable because Chad Gable can carry
you
anybody.
gave it a C? You gave that match a C?
I mean, it was, MVP looked good for someone that, he looked good for somebody that was hurt.
Andrew Franklin, you gave him a C?
And the shenanigans made it all worthwhile because we all knew how this match was going to end. We knew it. We knew. You knew this.
And look. That count out was so fucking quick. Like that is the first time a ref has ever counted to 10 by the book.
Yes.
Yes.
Because the ref wasn't like 1. Ref was like
1, 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7.
Was that an actual ref that they hired?
You know what it was? They realized Omos was at ringside, and they were like, "We gotta get this shit done. This is about to be a cluster. This is gonna be a cluster.
By the way,
get it done."
Omos is very sneaky. If you guys didn't know,
for someone so big, he's so big. So big.
Bobby was outside the ring, and Omos snuck around the corner and clotheslined him. I was like, Bobby.
Hey, you
did not see that big ass mountain coming at you.
Bobby,
you know what? That explains it. He could have been the ninja from Gary Tozawa's clan.
I remember saying
he just phased out of the background and clotheslined him.
He moved like a cat. My boy moved like a cat.
I was like, get the fuck out of here. I could not. That fucking 10 count. After watching the 10 counts of Sami Zayn begin.
Yes.
And this ref was like, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ring the
bell. Hey.
The ref knew, like, oh man, it's Omos. I gotta do this shit.
This was hilarious. This whole show was hilarious. The referee was ejecting people from the ring earlier in the night.
You're out of here.
You're
out of here.
Did you see that ref slide?
And Corey Graves says, "Well, but the ref didn't see Omos attacking Bobby." How the fuck you not see Omos? How you not see Omos sweating? How you not see Omos walking? How you just not see Omos?
How you not see a 7'3" as giant?
He's a Nigerian giant, but you don't see him attack somebody at ringside. Come on, ref. But you could count by 2s though.
2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4, 6, 8. Ring the bell. Ding.
Man, if you want to count it by 5,
it was done. It was done.
You can even count it by 5.
Hey, now count by 2s. We need to go to the next segment.
Yeah, it was. It was rather.
Wait. Did we get the stipulation?
No,
we still didn't get a stipulation.
I forgot. I forgot already.
We got no stipulation for the match, man. Nothing. This was a waste of time.
Bobby out here all happy, high-fiving fans. What the, Bobby?
Look,
Hey, man, what I do like about his theme song, he got the motion of his theme song down with the bam, 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 of that and everything.
The only thing about tonight's show that made any fucking sense was the fact that Asuka, the number one contender, if she lost to Becky Lynch, Becky will be added into the match
to
make it a triple threat. That was the only thing on this whole show that was any relevance of a match with stipulations.
Hey, wrestling fans, any of you guys out there who are maybe you're a wrestler watching the show, maybe you have aspirations to be a professional wrestler.
Don't.
I have a career-saving tip for you.
Yeah.
If there's a contenders match for the belt that you're holding, stay in the back. Don't go sit at ringside. Don't be a commentator. Don't just be sitting there yucking it up. Don't be sitting there in a chair that's like clearly exposed, like you're not even behind the table. Just sitting there, just laughing.
Because you're the EST. If you're the EST,
toughest.
How many times has this happened to her?
Toughest, fastest, she gets the slappest.
As soon as she came out dancing, I was like, she gonna go sit at ringside? Well, fuck, here we go.
Here we go.
They don't need commentary. They don't need to have the people to say that commentary for every match. I'm noticing that as well.
Like, if you're gonna be a commentary, get behind the desk.
Except for Kevin Owens, because he's great.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But here's the thing. I knew what was going to happen before this match even started. I was like, okay, Becky's going to win because, 50-50 booking.
Yep.
And what we mean by 50-50 booking, ladies and gentlemen, is basically this. Me and Julian are in a series of matches. Julian pins me. The next match we have, I pin Julian. That's 50-50. He gets one pin, I get one pin. Third match, rock, paper, scissors.
Yep.
I'm just saying that's the way the WWE is ran right now. Rock, paper, scissors. Someone's like, "Yo, pick a number."
Okay, so let's talk about inconsistency here.
The whole show.
The Kevin Owens match. All right, Kevin Owens on commentary. He decides to sneak in the ring and get his licks in on Ezekiel. Referee turns around. What the fuck are you doing? Kevin Owens like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Eh. Ref is like, you're out of here. That totally made sense.
Well, yeah.
Otis gets caught cheating. You're out of here. That totally makes sense.
What did it make sense to you tonight?
Asuka goes ahead and kicks Bianca Belair in the side of her head. And then there's shenanigans going on at ringside, and Becky, I mean, come on.
The whole match was crazy. Shenanigans. The misting last week was great. That was great Muda shit to me.
That was great to see.
Like, I haven't seen that since Great Muda, and I was excited.
And when Becky said I couldn't see for 3 days,
and then she was like, "I washed my hair 10 times, and I still got a little tinge in it." She had a little green in it.
Yeah,
which was funny.
Little tinge in there, right? Wink.
I went from the mist.
But yeah, Becky came to me looking like a lost.
I would
girl.
like to say something about this. I was so looking forward to a title match without Becky. Boy, it was out wrong.
Well, yeah, of course you're wrong.
Dude, Becky is
so refreshing.
Becky's the female Seth Rollins. Always finds a way to creep her way into the title.
Oh man.
It would have been fine with just Asuka versus Bianca. Yeah.
Anyway, so long story short, ladies and gentlemen, this was actually a pretty decent segment. Because you knew what was gonna happen in the end. They made it obvious what was gonna happen in the end, but then when it happened, you're like, "Oh shit, that really happened." Which is
I give it an F double minus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Double minus?
That makes it a plus.
that's like a FU.
Yeah.
Wow. Shane.
Yes.
What did they do to make you so mad?
They added Becky into the match. There was no need for her to be in that match.
Wow.
It was just so refreshing. Like, come on now.
Shane was like, WWE, you can go fuck yourself. Damn, Shane.
Shane didn't want to see a babyface versus babyface match. Although, I mean, would you call Asuka babyface?
She supposed to miss in someone's face last week. So no.
She did cheat to win.
Hey, it's not cheating to win. It's taking an advantage of a situation.
It's not cheating to win. It's just winning. It's called winning.
It's just winning.
It's not cheating if you get caught.
Hey, it's just winning. It's just winning.
Yeah.
You win at any chance. Win at any cost.
Any cost.
So the show, if I had to give it a letter grade, C-.
I'd agree.
I mean, they talked about a few matches on the card for the pay-per-view, but we still have no World Tag Team title match. We have no World Championship match. Hell, we don't even have a women's tag team match.
They said in the near future. They didn't say right this way.
Let's look at AEW's show for this weekend. Jesus Christ.
Versus who?
I mean, versus the world. I mean, stacked. The show is stacked. I can't wait for Wednesday to come. I can't wait for Wednesday to come, ladies and gentlemen, so we can watch this show. We can talk about this show.
Double or Nothing predictions coming soon.
Oh, hey, yeah, Double or Nothing. You know what? We should do Double or Nothing predictions tonight.
Can we do that when I get back?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Anything for you, Wicked Crazy Pinfalls podcast champion.
Yeah. Get screwed. Oh, what?
What? What? Boston screw job.
What?
Double or Nothing screw job? What? Vince? What? Oh my God, Vince. I mean, throw it down. All right. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna end this show on a good note. Julian,
it's your job.
You know,
it's time for the main event.
Tell these crazy cats and cool kittens where they can watch us.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the Portland, Oregon area, you do not want to watch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever else you might find this show.
If you don't know how to work the internet like my dad, this is where you can watch it.
Yeah, you've got 3 chances a week to catch us. And when I say 3 chances a week, I don't mean like a triple threat match where, like, one of us might spray mist in your eyes. I mean, like 3 independent chances to watch this show, but only for the Portland, Oregon area.
Not Florida?
Check us out. Not Florida, Shane. I'm sorry. Not Florida, man. Catch us on Mondays at 10 p.m., Channel 22 Xfinity TV and Channel 8002 CenturyLink TV. Catch us on Tuesdays at 9:30 p.m., Channel 23 Xfinity TV and Channel 8003 CenturyLink TV. Or finally, if you don't want to watch us on Monday, you can watch us on Tuesday. Maybe watch us all 3 days. You can also catch us on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m., Channel 11 Xfinity TV and CenturyLink TV.
I'm so jelly right now. Everyone I know is in Vegas now because of Double or Nothing this weekend. And I'm not.
And we also forgot to say happy birthday, Bray Wyatt.
Cool. You know what? I'm here. Happy birthday, Bray Wyatt.
Happy birthday.
Please come back to wrestling. Please.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to do what everyone comes to this show to watch us do.
Feeding the ducks.
Feed them ducks.
If you eat corn the long way, you know what to do.
Oh no. If you're eating corn the wrong way, you got problems. So ladies and gentlemen, you can donate to buyasm.net to help keep this website going. So guys like Shane can pop his Blue Chew 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can
finally take my Blue Chew again.
Finally. And you can continue by watching us. We can bring you an entertaining variety of professional wrestling and MMA related content that's rock hard. Soothing, pulsating, throbbing every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night here live on the Roundtable Wrestling Podcast, you can go ahead and go to www.slamchats.com. That is www.slamchats.com.
Say it one more time.
www.slamchats.com.
Julian, now it's your turn.
Venmo.
Oh yeah.
Cash money.
OnlyFans.
Narrow.
Tinder.
Ducats.
Going where? The Slam Chats.
Concoin.
Concoin.
All that cheese. So, for the Mixologist, Mr. Chemical Julian, for Shane Huskey, your boy the franchise, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on Wednesday when we talk about AEW.
Fight the book.